watching Noor TV, where I share business and life tips to help you grow your business, live a better life, and maybe, just maybe, together we can build a better world. We've been talking about website design and website elements and the value of having a website. The question that I keep getting over and over and over again: which platform should I use for my website? Should I build my website from scratch? Should I hire a programmer and engineer to build my system from scratch? Should I use WordPress? Should I use Magento? Should I use Lead Commerce? Is the bulletin still out there? Is Durable a thing? Yes, there are thousands of options. Yes, believe me, thousands. There are so many different options for you out there to use to build your website. Now, the question becomes, how would you make the decision and which one is the right tool for you? What I would highly recommend is always getting the advice of an expert, someone who have been in the business for long enough to be able to evaluate your need and give you the right advice, because there's not one right advice for everybody. There's different business needs, and based on your need we would determine which software to use. But as an overall general rule, here is my tip. Do not start a system from scratch or a website from scratch unless it's absolutely necessary and there is no solution out there that could serve your purpose. Don't. It's a headache. It's a lot of money. It's a long time investment, and don't. As a small business, most likely 99% whatever you need is out there. It's just a matter of finding the right software for you. And sometimes we might need to tweak our processes to fit that software and to make sure that software works with what we want to make it happen. Because I know the softwares out there might not fit your processes 100%, but hey, if they fit 90%, that's good enough. Now, for the website, I would say 90% of the small businesses, all what they need is WordPress. And here when I'm talking about small businesses, I'm talking between, let's say, anywhere from a startup to $10 million companies with the service based. So if you're offering some kind of service, not a product, then WordPress would do a very, very good job. And even if you're like a multi-million dollar company and large corporate, and if the only thing you're offering online is content and values and articles and informations and explanation of your services, then WordPress is all what you need. Yes, WordPress is amazing. I'm a big fan of WordPress. Now, if you have a physical product, and you wanna have a shopping cart inside your website, that's where it gets a little bit more tricky, because it depends on the kind of product you sell, and if there's a specific processes. But generally talking, if you have less, that's my personal recommendation. If you have anywhere less than 100 products, I would recommend sticking with WordPress. There are a lot of good plugins that you can add to WordPress, such as WooCommerce, that would do the trick for you. It's very easy, very simple, and you would have a very decent, nice shopping cart in your website. Now, if you have a big warehouse, and you have more than 100 products, and you have different variation of each product, then I would lean toward finding a new solutions. There's so many out there. There are websites like BigCommerce and Magento, and I can't name the list. There's just a huge list of different providers. What I have been using lately is a software called Lead Commerce, and the reason for choosing Lead Commerce is because it does not just provide you with a shopping cart inside your website, but also a full inventory management system along with a BO system. So basically all of your interaction with your customer, BO, invoicing, even purchase orders, inventory management, everything under the same umbrella, and everything is synced with your website, which is awesome for those who are out there who have warehouses and they know the headache of not being able to sync the information from your website into your back end. The name of the system again that I'm using is Lead Commerce, and I can give you the link. Just look them up, they're out there. Other than that, also back to the basic websites, if you just have a small business or you're starting a home-based business or a small office, then in that case, away from WordPress, you have a lot of different options like Wix or self builder GoDaddy thing where you can build your website on your own. My personal advice is again WordPress, and the reason for doing that is you have to understand the difference between renting a website or owning a website. That's how I like to call it. Are you renting your website or you're owning your website? It's like, are you renting your home or owning your home? Yes, you have a home either way, but do you own it? And when you build a website with those drag and drop template kind of websites, you're basically renting. And what that means is if you decide to move from that provider or that specific company to a different company, to a different host, you won't be able to take your design with you. That design, that template belongs to that specific company. You cancel your subscription, you lose your website, period. While if you use WordPress, you own the files, you own the design, you own the system. And if you want to switch your hosting company, all what you need to do is back it up, get a new hosting, and move your files. Now, I do understand though the simplicity of those other systems. Even though WordPress is very simple, yet you would need some help from a designer or a programmer to install WordPress, maybe, set up the right theme for you. If you're not tech savvy, then yes, they would need to set up the theme, design, the look that you're looking for, the colors. But believe me, it's very simple to learn WordPress. It's very simple to maintain it. If you're not up to, the learning curve and you don't want to learn how to install it and how to set it up, then yes, it's worth it to hire a company or a freelancer, depending on your project, to have them set up the WordPress for you and then absolutely learn how to manage your website on your own. It's your home. It's the place where your customers are going to come, interact with your brand, make a decision to work with you or not. I wish you all the best and thank you for watching Noor TV. I'll see you in the next video.